So computers are amazing. You just heard how Amazon can predict what you want to buy next. They can predict whether the stock market will go up and down. They run the factories that make our cars and are even getting pretty good, I hear, at driving them. But those things all have to do with data and precision. There's a whole class of things that machines can't do very well now that's creative, like art and design. And that's because we don't understand how human creativity works well enough to be able to program into a computer. But I want to convince you today that that's not necessarily the case. That there's another process out there that we can use to mimic design that doesn't have to do with the human brain at all. And of course, I'm talking about evolution. So let me, I guess, start with an example. So on the left here, I've asked this program to design, to evolve robots that can run really fast. And the pieces that go into this are simple enough that we can program them into a computer. Number one, we need some kind of design instructions. In biology, that's our DNA. That tells us how these designs are going to look. Number two, we need variation within those designs. So we started with just an initial cube of muscle and bone and tissue here. But that initial design, we're going to have create a lot of offspring. It's going to have a lot of children with copies of its DNA. But each of those, we're going to vary slightly. And some of those are going to be pretty bad, and they're not really going to do much but wiggle or bounce around. But some of them are going to do really well, and then they're going to learn how to bounce around and roll and move. And those good ones we're going to keep, and we're going to delete all the bad ones. So that's the third piece, survival of the fittest or natural selection. So using these three pieces and iterating through, we can gradually make these things work better and faster. And at the end, what you get is this nice running robot here that I would really wish I could show you a video of it, because it has such a beautiful bounding gait, and it has these front and back legs and left-right symmetry that it's really amazing that we didn't tell the computer to put in any of these things. It figured it out by themselves. That the evolutionary process can come up with these ideas and be able to reinforce them just from the high-level input of give us something that's fast. And how creative we can get with this, I think, is really unbounded. That on the left here, you see that instead of asking it to create a robot that runs, we've just asked it to create pretty pictures. And we determine which ones are good and bad by putting them in an online gallery and asking viewers to rate them. And so using this feedback without saying anything about what we want to go into these designs, the computer is able to create all these amazing, I think, really fascinating pieces of art that I think are just the absolute epitome of creativity is artwork and paintings. So I'm really excited about how this design and where this research can go. And I hope that in the last 3 minutes I've got you a little bit excited about it as well. Thank you.